This episode is protected by the Fair Use Act, as well as the Treaty of Peace and Friendship of 1787, and Title 18, 8 U.S.C. 1, 3, 2, 4. Welcome to the second season of the Doo Hickey. This is Amios USA, and I wanted to try to tell a bit of the story of Aloysius, a man from Munich who had an out-of-body experience. He was just doing his job, loading and unloading luggage from the trains that arrived and departed the train station. He was a chain smoker, and somehow that contributed to the episode that caused him to fall and go into a coma. Aloysius was a zombie for quite a while. Here is what happened after he went into a coma. Although you cannot see it here, Aloysius was given a harp, with which to play along to his rejoicing. In German, this is called Frohlocken. He did something similar. Luoya. 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 I say, Luoya. Now, where's the beer truck? I need a beer. Hallelujah, hallelujah. To quote the late British actor Geoffrey Hughes, I am completely surrounded by no beer. Aloysius was not really rejoicing up to standards, and it was noted that he was from Munich. He was told to send a message to the Bavarian State Parliament in Munich, so he was sent back to Earth, back into his body. I've got to go to the Maximilianium and deliver a message. But not before a few tall cold Hofbrau originals. Eins, zwei, drei, Gesofa. If you actually took that message to the Maximilianium in Munich, we may never know.
Regardless of form or characteristic.
Hey, you're not up yet, goat boy. Please wait your turn.
Are you working in the public interest? Are you complying with statutes and ordinances? My nationality is Moormish. Hey Luna. Do a super chat. Don't just talk about it. Do it.
And remember to cancel all of your corporate contracts. Every one of them. I asked you to co-sponsor my articles of impeachment. You just copied them. Okay, we're through. We were never together.
Well, Mr. 8 USC 1, 3, 2, 4, how have you been doing with the Amexamol you were taking?
Makes me feel like a corporational strawman colonizer. I have fits of anger at colonizers that I don't actually see.
How about I put you on a prescription of Morockozol? Take 2 in the morning. It should stop your hallucinations of colonizers that are not physically present.
If I take that, will I still be able to explain Article 6 in the United States Constitution? I really need to be able to recite that, and also explain the purpose of the existence of Title 18, 8 U.S.C. 1, 3, 2, 4.
Yes, but you will need to be careful of your coffee consumption. Don't spend all day in a Starbucks, and definitely do not ask for a venti-sized cup of water.
I need it quiet. Quiet enough so that I can hear my ID.
You don't need to hear your ID. Glenda is back, still testing the limits of Poster 7 in the USPS office. What's up guys, this is Auditing the USA. This time in the University of Washington Post Office. Let's go inside and see what's happening. Oh, look, there's Poster 7.
About 2 minutes later.
Hey Luna, do a super chat. Don't just talk about it. Do it.
Are you in line?
No, just taking some pictures. Glenda kept on recording for about 20-odd minutes until someone became extremely annoyed with him. Wilson was becoming particularly agitated by Glenda's actions in the post office. What are you filming for? I'm just taking some pictures. I'd rather not be in your pictures. Oh. Could you please turn off the camera? No. Why not? Because I have the right to film in public. No you don't. This isn't even a public building. It's owned by the United States Post Office. Not everyone wants to be filmed. Do I need a contract from you? Yeah, pretty much so. Who will write the contract? Just shut off the camera and stop filming. Why would I do that? Why are you doing this? Because I can. And poster number 7 says I can. But why does it say that? It's my business. It's 5:30 p.m. and the post office is closed. Do you work at the post office? Hello, sir. You're the luckiest person still in the building. You're our last customer of the day. Do you see the guy sitting on a bench with his potato can? Shouldn't he leave? It's after closing time. Why is he even here? What's the problem with this guy? Because you're taking pictures. It has nothing to do with you. Do you know what this guy's up to? Are you doing some First Amendment videotaping? I'm just taking some pictures. That's all I'm doing. I'm not knowingly bothering anyone. It's after closing. Why can't you leave? When you leave, I'll leave. How about that? You should leave. It's after closing time. I should not leave. You have no reason to be here. It's after closing. We're closing, so you need to go. That guy's the last customer. You're just a troll. Why am I a troll? Because I want to do my business? You have no idea what I'm doing. Moving forward, regardless of form or characteristic. My nationality is Moormish. Hit the like button.
Islam, family, Islam. Remember to cancel all of your corporate contracts. Every one of them. Islam.
That chick over there is checking out my diesel.
What are you talking about? Why would I be interested in your diesel?
Not working in the public interest. Disorderly conduct. Regardless of form or characteristic.
My boyfriend will be back any minute, and he will not like to see a goat hitting on me.
But ma'am, is there some reason that you would be dishonoring my oral FOIA request?
Your FOIA request is denied.
Moving forward, regardless of form or characteristic.
Who was that goat person I saw?
The goat person from the Audit Them YouTube channel. The channel that encourages people to audit them.
He needs to be banned from this establishment, regardless of form or characteristic.
Exactly.
He makes those stupid FOIA requests and wastes paper. Can't he get a real job?
Probably he could.
I guess we will never know.
The Moormish Herbert Studstill receives a call from his mother, asking him to return to the corporational company Strawman World, so that he can stop having his personal conveyance kidnapped and the windows broken.
How well did it go?
I was thinking about what you were saying about Moormish nationality. You felt that you had to stop me from traveling from point A to point B. So, I wonder why did you do it?
Did I tell you why? I don't believe I did any wrong in my book. I didn't want you to get involved with Moormish science. Because you were getting into trouble. I didn't want you to go back to jail after being kidnapped by the Strawman Corporational Company policy enforcers. You had so many warrants for your arrest. Contrary to your Moormish beliefs, I hired an attorney, not a public defender. I hired one that could guarantee that you would not be kidnapped and beat the policy enforcers' charges. But you decided not to go through with it. The reason I did not want you to drive without a license is the policy enforcers were going to kidnap you. It doesn't matter if you're a white colonizer. The Strawman policy enforcers have the power, and whether you like it or not, you are under the corporate company Strawman jurisdiction. And I did not want you to be kidnapped. People die, get shanked, and various other Doo Hickey. I did not want my child to experience that in any way. Herbie, if the policy enforcers say that you cannot drive, then you cannot drive, and you better not try to. How many more windows need to be smashed by the Strawman Corporational Company policy enforcers? Your pursuance of Moormish nationality is not normal.
My child, this is Noble Dramwali, your prophet from above. My child, please listen to your mother. My child, your mother loves you very much. Listen to your mother. I command you.
Your father agrees with me that Moormish science is going to ruin your life. Your father tried Moormish science. He ended up in legal and financial difficulties. Didn't you learn anything from your father? Your father eventually gave up Moormish science and returned to the strawman corporational company world. And he is all the better for it.
Is there anything else?
That's the only reason. I don't want you killed about a driver's license. Please come back to the strawman corporational company world. I'll even give you a new personal conveyance. But you have to have a proper driver's license. You can't use the Moormish right to travel.
My child, get a proper driver's license. Register your car and take out an insurance policy. I command you.
Please return to the strawman corporational company world and get a proper driver's license.
The driver's license law is wrong.
Why is it wrong?
The Supreme Court of the United States of America Corporational Company ruled that you don't need a driver's license, registration or insurance to drive unless you use those roads for a commercial publicity. Hello. Maybe it's for the best.
Stay away from Moorish science. It will ruin your life.
That's my purse. I don't know you.
Sharon Tracy Gale Bey gives a lecture about straw people, Moorish dolarium, cancelling corporational company contracts, and the right to travel for all nationals of Northwest Amexem. Viewer discretion advised. Why? Because of Moorish sovereign citizen Doo Hickey.
Islam.
Welcome to my Moorish contracts cancellation class. My chosen appellation is Sharon Tracy Gale Bey, in capitis diminutio nolo, in propria persona sui juris, in proprio solo, and in proprio heredes, at this time, and at all points in time. Do you know what a strawman account is?
Does it have something to do with a nom de guerre?
Yes, it's your corporational company name, and you made a contract with it.
How, in the Doo Hickey, did I manage to do that?
That account was established fraudulently, without your conscientious consent. And now you're under the corporational company's jurisdiction. Now you have two entities, the natural being, and the other a strawman. You are now the authorized representative of the strawman.
What, in the Doo Hickey, is she even saying? She is likely saying so much about nothing.
Why, in the Doo Hickey, are you the representative of the strawman?
Because I created the strawman corporational company relationship without even knowing.
It can never be legitimate without your conscientious consent. You are supposed to get rid of the strawman and be yourself. Do you understand?
I understand.
Next topic, the Moorish dolarium. The Federal Reserve Note, in Northwest Amexem, led by the Moorish National Republic federal government, as well as in the United States of America Republic, with Christopher Cannon Bey as president, is a debt and a fraud on both lands. What do we use instead?
The Moorish dolarium. It's a placeholder monetary unit for the national currency for the Moorish National Republic federal government as well as the United States of America Republic.
What is it based on?
It's backed by gold. It was based out of 666 trillion Moorish dolarium, with a 1-to-1 exchange rate with the United States of America Corporational Company strawman dollar.
Very good. Should you use Federal Reserve notes for payment?
No. Federal Reserve notes are a debt and a fraud. The only honorable way to make payments is to use the dolarium.
Now how can you permanently disarm the strawman colonizer corporational company?
Cancel the corporational contracts.
What are some corporational contracts?
Rent to the strawman, cell phone, personal conveyance, cable TV.
Very good.
Disclaimer, please do not follow Sharon Tracy Gale Bey's advice. Pay your corporate contracts to avoid eviction, repossession and or foreclosure.
And lastly, we are going to talk about the right to travel. When do you need a driver's license?
If I were to be operating in a commercial capacity.
That's right. Do you need to have your personal conveyance registered?
Not unless I were using it in a commercial capacity.
And under what case law was this decided?
State versus Armstead, Thompson versus Smith, and Shearer versus Cullen.
What was special about Shearer versus Cullen?
For a crime to exist, there must be an injured party.
Very good. You've really learned much today. Islam.
Islam.
Disclaimer, the previous sketch about certain concepts of Moorish science was for entertainment and for satirical purposes only. None of the discussion between teacher and student should be treated as actual law. Canceling your corporate contracts and insistence of the right to travel will very likely end up in you being kidnapped by the strawman corporational company entity policy enforcers, and your personal conveyance likewise. In short, stay away from Moorish science. It will ruin your life.
I need it quiet. Quiet so that I can hear my ID.
You don't need to hear your ID. This show, sucks, and stuff. Yeah, hey, it sucks. I, want to see a car chase, or something. Hey, that would, be cool, and stuff. Hey.
Somewhere in Florida. Attention all units. Attention all units. Female driver of a Tesla driving erratically at high speeds. Be on the lookout.
Officer Larkin, Unit 2468 to base. Copy that.
10-4, Unit 2468. Proceed with caution. Female driver is a 10-0.
Unit 2468, 10-4. Shut the motor off. Hands out of the window. Why were you running? Stay in the vehicle. She's getting out.
Sorry, what are you accusing me of?
Ma'am,
Yeah.
you need to come in my car.
Why?
Because I told you to. You were running from me.
I did not. I'm right here.
Now you are.
Stephanie snuck back into her car.
My father owns this island.
Get out of the car. Unit 2468 to base. In pursuit again.
10-4. Officer Larkin caught up with Stephanie, and this time with enforcements.
Turn off the vehicle. Turn it off now.
I need to call my dad.
Now I am adding resisting a police officer to the charges.
Dad. They're arresting me. I don't know what I did. You're not going to kick me. You may have had fun with Officer Larkin, but not with me. I need my father.
She wouldn't stop long enough for me to talk to her. I would have only given her a simple reckless driving violation, and it would have only been a summons to court at a later time.
Did you get a breathalyzer test result?
She wouldn't even let me get that far.
How fast do you think she was going?
At least 15 to 25 zone.
That's a definite suspension right there. Please call my father. I'm not going to do that. He owns this island. What does that mean to me? He can sue the police department. How old are you? 24 years old. You're old enough to know better. You could have killed someone tonight. There are little children in the neighborhood. I need my dad here. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I didn't even know it was the police chasing me. Do you mean that you did not see the cherries and berries? BTW, speaking of cherries and berries, why has Chili de Castro from Delete Laws not shown up? Usually he shows up trying to sell trifolds to suspects. Too bad Chili de Castro was not here to save you with his trifold.
Hit the like button. This is Chili here to sell trifolds. I am here in North Carolina for the Hamas protest. We don't belong in the Ukraine. The real problem is with the jackboot pigs. Always taking away our civil rights. And going against the Mullen Commission. Everyone should know about the Mullen Commission. Disclaimer, Stephanie's father is shown as an approximation of what was shown on the original video of Stephanie's arrest.
Daddy, please get me out of here.
You blew 3 times the legal limit. And you were also speeding. The way you acted, you got your own self into deep trouble. There's nothing I can do. You will have to stay here for at least a couple of days anyway, until you are detoxed.
What did I do?
You know what you did. I am only here to make sure that you do not get into more trouble. After what you did, you will be lucky if the judge grants you any bail.
Please join us in episode 2 of the Doo Hickey to see what went on in the trial and its outcome.
Moving forward, regardless of form or characteristic.
Did you see that girl's eyes? They look crazy. Crazier than those of a certain politician from New York City. Putting Charles Manson in third place for the craziest eyes. We're still not together. No, we never were.
My nationality is Moormish. Hit the like button. This is your favorite auditor. Audit them, the channel that encourages you to audit them. I'm here at the Chicago General Hospital, here to conduct a 1A FOIA request. They are subject to a FOIA request, regardless of form or characteristic. Let's see how that goes. Let me ask the person at the reception. Hello, I need to see some readily available information about the hospital budget.
Sorry, sir, I don't have any at the moment.
Are you working in the public interest? Are you in FOIA compliance?
What do you mean?
I demand to see the hospital budget. It should already be available.
You'll need to make a written request.
Who is your FOIA officer?
He's Dr. Carter, but he is away until tomorrow. Maybe you can submit a FOIA request to him in writing.
Okay, ma'am. I am doing a FOIA request in the public interest.
Can't you go online and make the FOIA request that way?
I don't have access.
You can do it even with your smartphone.
You're being a susser and a piezo clown. Ma'am.
Well, if you don't like my service, you can just get out.
I'm going to report you for disorderly conduct.
Get out. And take your clipboard with you.
Goat Boy was denied his FOIA request. Moving forward. Let's see how Mr. 8 USC 1324 is doing with his recently prescribed Morockozol. 8 USC 1324. At least he's not shouting the mayor's name in obscenities at the police.
Morockozol, ask your doctor if it is right for you. By prescription only.
We're still not together. We never were.